Hey everyone, quick question. Have you ever looked at your bookings for the month, seen a solid number, felt good about it, and then checked your bank account 2 weeks later and thought, where did it all go? Because if that's happening, you're not alone, and more importantly, it's not random. We see this all the time. Property managers with full calendars, strong occupancy, even adding new properties, and still asking the same question every single month: where's the money? And here's the truth: it's almost never where you think it is. So let me walk you through exactly why this happens. Because once you see it, you generally cannot unsee it. And once you understand it, then you can actually fix it. First thing that trips almost everyone up is this: revenue is not profit. Most STR operators look at their bookings, their gross revenue, and their occupancy rate. And when those numbers are strong, it feels like the business is doing well. But that top line number has almost nothing to do with what you actually keep. Think about what happens to a booking before you ever see the money. Airbnb takes their much larger cut. The cleaner gets paid. Maintenance from last week hits the account. The owner gets their distribution. Vacation taxes get paid. Your software is renewed. Your team gets paid. By the time all of that is moved through, that strong revenue number at the top has been split in 5, 6, 7 different directions. And here's the real problem. Most operators are not tracking this precisely or consistently. So they're looking at revenue and guessing at profit. And guessing profit is not a reliable strategy. Now, the second issue is where it gets a little uncomfortable. A lot of STR businesses are structured in a way where owners always get paid first and the business absorbs whatever is left. And I understand why you want happy owners. You want good relationships. You want to grow your portfolio. But if your payout structure is not aligned with your actual costs, you can be in a situation where the business is growing, owners are getting paid, everything looks healthy from the outside, and you're somehow making less money than you should be. We see this most often with operators who have not updated their fee structure since they started. They set their management fee when they had 5 listings, low overhead, and were doing most of the work themselves. They didn't push back, they didn't carve out those ancillary fees. They're not keeping the late fees, they're not keeping the pet fees. Maybe their commission's too low. Maybe you don't have a tech fee. Now you've got 20 or 30 listings, a team, multiple tools, higher costs across the board. And that fee structure is exactly the same as it was on day one. So what happens? The revenue goes up, work goes up, costs go up, profit stays flat. Or worse, it disappears entirely. And the operator, you, cannot figure out why, because the top line looks fine and the pipeline is full of new listings. We did a whole video on this, how to tell if your management fees are too low. The link's in the description. But the short version is, if your revenue is growing and your profit is not, your fee structure is almost always part of the reason. The third issue is the biggest one, and it's the hardest to fix without outside help. Most STR operators do not have a financial system that actually shows them what's going on. They're piecing things together from PMS reports, bank statements, and spreadsheets. And none of those are designed to give you a true financial picture of your business. So you end up asking questions like, is this property actually profitable? Are we making money overall? Why does none of this match my bank account? We worked with an operator not long ago who was managing around 18 listings. Good portfolio, couple years in, doing reasonably well on the surface. But they're spending 20 hours a month just on owner reports, no bookkeeping, not reconciling, just the reports. Because everything was manual, spreadsheets, Excel, matching transactions by hand. And the reason it took so long because the underlying numbers were never quite clean. There's always something off, something to chase. After we came, set up the right systems, we dropped his reporting from 20 hours a month to about 4 or 5. And in the process of cleaning up the books, we found over $1,200 a month in duplicated software costs they were paying for without realizing it. That money was always there. They just couldn't see it because the books weren't set up to show it to them. You can run a busy STR business and still not have a profitable one. More listings will not fix this. More bookings won't fix it. If anything, growing without the right financial visibility makes it worse because you're scaling something that's already not working. The problems get bigger, the losses are harder to find, hiring decisions are more costly. And by the time you realize something's wrong, you might be at 40 or 50 listings with financial records that take months to clean up. So what actually fixes this? First, your books need to be set up correctly for short-term rentals specifically. Not adapted from a generic small business template or set up with QBO's default chart of accounts. Built for how money flows through a property management operation. Trust account separated from operating account. Platform payouts broken down correctly by reservation, not just recorded as a lump sum deposit. Management fees applied consistently every month. Pass-through expenses tracked against each individual property so you can see what every door is costing you. And you should be breaking out those individual revenue line items, like cleaning revenue, damage waivers, so you can do a variance analysis against your cost of goods sold. Cleaning revenue against cleaning expense, damage waiver revenue against your insurance premiums. Second, you need per property visibility. Not one big combined P&L for the whole portfolio. If one of your 20 properties is quietly losing money every month, a combined report will hide it completely. You need to see each property on its own. Which ones are performing, which ones are not. Which ones look fine on revenue, but fall apart on margin. And third, you need a monthly close process that actually closes. Not a rough picture based on what you can see in your bank account, a real reconciled close, which includes knowing if your trust account is in balance, done by the 15th of the following month, with owner statements that match the numbers and payments that match the statements. When that process is running cleanly every month, you stop guessing, you stop hoping, you actually know. If you're in that position right now where the bookings look good, but the profit does not, I want you to take a closer look at what's happening in your books. While this is sometimes intentional, like adding staff in anticipation of growth, in almost every case we've seen, the money is there, it's just not being tracked in a way that lets you see it clearly. So reach out to us, keystonebookkeepers.com, if you want to talk through what that looks like for your operation. We do this every single day. We'd love to help. If this was useful, hit like and subscribe. We put out practical STR finance content every week.